Okay, good afternoon. This is a video that's going to discuss your first major written assignment, which we're calling a close reading. The assignment assignment sheet, I'm not going to redo this video. The assignment sheet was just posted up to Moodle. It's on the first part of next week, so it should be available to you. If it's not, let me know. Really short paper, 750 words. It's about half of what I normally assign because I want you to be very clear in your writing and to work toward concision and good analysis. And I think you can do that in 750 words. And let me know, and through that, I can make comments to help strengthen your work, which is always my goal. So in this video, what I want to do is go over the assignment sheet with you and then show you quickly an example essay, and then I'll post that one to Moodle as well. As always, if you have follow-up questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I believe this one's 10% of your overall final grade, so you want to make sure that you do pretty well on this one. Also, you'll have another close reading that you do from a text, from a poem from Citizen. So if you do well on this essay, you'll have, I hope, the confidence to do well on the other one inside of the paper. However, this paper will be using Ada Limon's collection, Bright Dead Things. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you really quick to give you a sense of what we're trying to do here. Here's our assignment sheet. Excuse me. So again, pretty simple. Using the word close reading, it's also known as an explication or an analysis. These are pretty interchangeable words. Either way, the idea, I like the phrase actually close reading because I think it sort of explains itself. We just look very closely at the text, so that's always a goal we're trying to do. Trying to take a poem apart word by word, creating an argument as you go forward. This one is going to focus on imagery. You'll conclude, this is an important second part of this one, you'll conclude about how the poem that you pick from the collection, how it fits within the overall structure of Ada Limon's collection of Bright Dead Things. So you're at the end of your paper, you're going to find a way to make a claim for its purpose and its placement within the text. So two different parts, right? Analysis of a poem, and then a discussion of how that matters. The discussion should be the shorter part, actually, just a couple of sentences. The vast majority of this paper wants to be the analysis. That's where I'm most interested in. So here's the process. Choose a poem. You can't discuss any of the poetry that I go over or have gone over in any lecture. So we haven't really done that many of them, so you should be pretty much safe. But as I add more content to this, then obviously that'll be helpful to know that. So you may pick some of that one, but it must come from the third or the fourth section of the collection. So that's important. I want to know that you've read the whole book and that you've picked one that makes sense to you. You're going to discuss a specific part of the poem and its use of imagery. So you probably want to pick like a sentence, maybe just a few lines, especially if it's a little bit longer of a poem. If it's a very short poem, you might be able to get through all of it, but I'd rather you focus very much on a little bit and discuss it as best you can with depth and nuance. You can discuss other elements of the poem. That's completely fine. If you notice stuff and you think that it's important to point it out, please do so. But it must include analysis of imagery. So that is a standard. So you have to meet that requirement to receive a passing grade. If your paper does not discuss imagery at any point, that would be an automatic failing grade. So please make sure that you're comfortable with the discussion of imagery, that you've watched the videos where I discuss imagery, and if you have any questions, please follow up with me. 750 words, that's a very short essay, and that's what I want it to be. It shouldn't be any really longer than that. If you go over a little bit, that's fine. If you go under a little bit, I'd like you to try to get as close to 750 as you possibly can. It will have a thesis. Remember, watch the videos where I discuss how that operates and ways to approach this. And we'll look at in-text citation and works cited a little bit more closely as the semester goes forward, but it must have all of those components. You're going to be taking apart a poem, thinking about how to become a stronger writer and how to become a better arguer. My main starting point for you is to pick a poem from the collection that you don't immediately understand when you read it. So maybe you feel like you don't understand any of them, and that's okay. But if there's one when you're reading that you really feel like way out there, you don't understand the point of it, no real connection to it, that's a great poem to use, because then you're discovering as you work with it, and it'll be a much more interesting paper to write. So that's pretty much the structure of a close reading essay. It has to follow all the MLA formatting, so make sure that you watch that video as well. And really, the rest of my posts for this week are going to be looking at poetry again, trying to do close readings for you. So if you have question that would help out with this one, don't hesitate to let me know, and I will make sure that we go over that one. This is a pretty short video, so I just want to give the basics out there. In fact, we'll do a video on an outline about how to outline a paper like this and a paragraph like this one. But the best thing to do is to look at the videos that I've posted for Saturday, the ones that are on Friday, the Ada Limon poems. Look at the essay that I'm trying to write, and then look at the example essay that I'm going to put up there. Even though it's for a higher level course, it very definitely shows what close reading can look like with poetry. So please follow up if you have questions. Otherwise, I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Thank you.